Ever wondered how to install Laravel v10, one of the most popular PHP frameworks available today? This question surely crosses the minds of many budding and experienced developers alike. Laravel v10 isn't just another PHP framework, it's a comprehensive tool, brimming with features that streamline web application development. It's renowned for its elegant syntax, designed to make development tasks enjoyable for developers, without sacrificing application functionality. Learning how to install Laravel v10 is like unlocking a doorway to efficient, robust, and maintainable code. The installation involves several steps, including meeting system requirements, installing Composer, the actual Laravel v10 installation, and finally, creating a new Laravel v10 project. Each step is a building block towards setting up a solid development environment. So if you've been sitting on the fence about diving into Laravel v10, now's the perfect time to take the plunge. By the end of this video, you will be able to install Laravel v10 and start developing amazing applications. Before diving into the installation process, let's look at the system requirements needed for Laravel v10. To ensure a smooth installation and operation of Laravel v10, your system must meet a few prerequisites. First of all, you'll need to have PHP 7.3 or higher installed. Laravel v10 doesn't support earlier versions, so it's crucial to update if you haven't already. Next, Laravel v10 requires several PHP extensions. These include OpenSSL, PDO, EmberString, Tokenizer, and XML. These extensions are generally installed by default with PHP. However, if they're not, you'll need to install them manually. Also, you'll need to have Composer on your system. Composer is a vital tool for dependency management in PHP. It allows you to declare the libraries your project depends on, and it will manage them for you. If you don't have Composer installed, don't worry, we will cover the installation process in the next scene. Lastly, Laravel v10 requires a database. Laravel supports 4 databases: MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite, and SQL Server. You can choose the one that best suits your project. Remember, Laravel has a strong community and extensive documentation, so if you encounter any issues, you're not alone. There's a wealth of information and assistance available to help you. With these system requirements in place, you're one step closer to installing Laravel v10. The first step to installing Laravel v10 is to install Composer, a tool for dependency management in PHP. So let's begin with the installation. If you're using a Windows system, head over to the Composer's official website and download the Composer Setup.exe file. This is an installer that will automatically take care of the installation process for you. Just follow the prompts, and in a few moments you'll have Composer installed on your machine. For those on macOS or Linux, the process involves a bit more command line work. But don't worry, it's still quite straightforward. Open your terminal and input the following commands. First, run the curl command to download the installer. Next, you'll want to run a PHP command to verify the installer's signature. Once that's checked, you can go ahead and run the installer. Finally, you'll want to move the Composer far file to a directory that's in your path so you can access it globally. Now, to confirm the installation, type Composer in your command prompt or terminal and hit Enter. If the installation is successful, you'll see a list of Composer commands in response. Remember, Composer is an essential tool for managing PHP dependencies. It simplifies the process of using PHP libraries and packages in your projects, making your coding life significantly easier. With Composer installed, you're ready to move on to the next step, installing Laravel. Now we're ready to install Laravel v10 on your system. The first step in the installation process is to open your terminal. This is where we will input all the necessary commands to install Laravel v10. While this might seem daunting for beginners, don't worry. You'll soon find it's not as complicated as it seems. Next, we'll use Composer, which we installed in the previous scene, to pull in Laravel's latest version. To do this, type the command Composer Global require Laravel installer. Hit Enter and let Composer do its magic. This command tells Composer to globally install Laravel's installer package. It's crucial to install it globally so it's accessible from anywhere in your system. While Composer is installing Laravel, you might want to grab a cup of coffee or tea. Depending on your internet speed, it might take a few minutes. But don't wander too far. We're just getting started. Once Laravel is installed, you'll see a confirmation message in your terminal. But we're not done yet. We need to make sure that your system's path directory includes the Composer's vendor bin directory. This ensures Laravel's executable commands are available system-wide. To do this, you'll need to find your system's shell configuration file and add this line: export path $home/ composer/vendor/bin $path. Save and close the file, then refresh your shell by typing source/bashrc or source/rchrc, depending on your shell. Now, let's test if everything worked correctly. In your terminal, type Laravel version. If everything went well, you should see Laravel installer version 10, 0.0 inches or a similar message. This confirms that Laravel v10 is successfully installed and ready to use. And there you have it. You've just installed Laravel v10 on your system. It might seem like a lot of steps, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Remember, the key to mastering any skill is patience and persistence. With Laravel v10 now installed, you're one step closer to building impressive web applications. Congratulations! You've successfully installed Laravel v10 on your system. With Laravel v10 installed, you're now ready to create your first Laravel project. Now let's dive right into the process. The first step is to open your terminal. This might be the command prompt on Windows or the terminal app on Mac or Linux. Once you have your terminal open, navigate to the directory where you want your new Laravel project to live. This can be anywhere on your computer that you like to keep your coding projects. Next, we'll use Composer to create a new Laravel project. Composer is the dependency manager for PHP that we installed in Scene 3. It will download and set up a fresh Laravel installation for us in the directory we choose. To do this, type the following command into your terminal: Composer create project, prefer dist Laravel blog. Let's break this command down. Composer create project tells Composer that we want to create a new project. Prefer dist is an option that tells Composer to install from dist if possible. This is faster and uses less disk space. Laravel is the package that we want to install, which in this case is Laravel itself. And finally, blog is the name of our new project. You can name your project anything you want. Once you hit enter, Composer will get to work downloading and installing Laravel. It might take a few minutes, so feel free to grab a cup of coffee while you wait. When it's done, you'll see a message saying, "Application ready, build something amazing." You've now created a new Laravel v10 project. To confirm, you can navigate to the new project directory in your terminal using the cd command followed by the name of your project. Once inside, type php artisan serve to start the Laravel development server. If everything went right, you should see a message saying, "Laravel development server started." Well done! You've created your first Laravel v10 project. So you've successfully installed Laravel v10 and created your first project. Let's recap the steps you took. Firstly, we kicked things off by introducing Laravel v10, enlightening you about its features and benefits, and why it's a go-to choice for many web developers. It was crucial to understand what Laravel v10 is before diving into the installation process. After getting a good grasp of Laravel v10, we moved on to the system requirements. Laravel v10 has specific system requirements that must be met for a successful installation. We looked at the necessary PHP version, the required server, and other prerequisites. Once we were sure that your system was ready, we ventured into the Composer installation. Composer is a vital tool for managing PHP dependencies, and Laravel v10 uses it extensively. We walked you through the process of downloading and installing Composer, ensuring it was correctly set up on your system. With Composer ready to go, we finally got to the main event, installing Laravel v10. We guided you through the process from downloading Laravel via Composer to verifying the installation. Step by step, we ensured that Laravel v10 was correctly installed and ready for use. After Laravel v10 was installed, it was time to create your first Laravel project. From navigating to the right directory to running the necessary command, we saw how to create a new Laravel project from scratch. This step was the culmination of all the previous steps, bringing everything together into a fully functional Laravel project. And there you have it, a concise review of the Laravel v10 installation process. From understanding Laravel v10 and its system requirements to installing Composer Laravel v10 and creating a new project, you've walked through each step of the journey. Now you're ready to dive into Laravel v10 and start building your own applications. Happy coding!